Hi, and welcome to Financial Minds Meet the Experts. I'm your host, Jaime Agostino. As you know, on this podcast, we're joined by experts to talk about topics, trends, and themes that credit union professionals need to know about. Today, we're joined by Erin Doan from Vizo Financial, as well as Erika Zaborny-Myers from Children's Miracle Network Hospitals at Penn State Health Children's Hospital in Hershey, and a very special miracle family, Gannon and Jennifer Kupko. Today, we're going to talk about Children's Miracle Network Hospitals and Vizo Financial's annual hot dog eating contest. How incredible is it that Vizo Financial is coming up on their 11th annual hot dog eating contest? I still remember the first one. So Erin, what is this event all about, and why was Children's Miracle Network Hospital selected as the organization to benefit from the fundraising of the contest?
Yeah, Jaime, I still can't believe that this is going to be our 11th year. It's really been incredible. But the event is really all about raising awareness and funds for our local CMN hospital, Penn State Health Children's Hospital, which is located in Hershey, PA. And it really is just this event that is a really fun way to engage our credit union community and our employees around all the good work that Children's Miracle Network Hospitals do. We at our core, we really believe in the mission of CMN, and we see all the good work that Penn State Health Children's Hospital does in our local community. And it really speaks to the heart of our credit union philosophy of people helping people. So it's just been a natural fit for us, and it's just easy to support CMN hospitals for sure.
All right. So, Erin, I understand when the hot dog eating contest was first started, it was held in person for several years at the Vizo Financial office in Middletown, PA. Why did it go viral, and how is that working for the overall success of the contest?
Yeah, the contest surely has changed over the years. I remember the very first year we were set up on the blacktop in our parking lot in the middle of July. I think it was the hottest day of the whole year. Yeah. We cooked our hot dogs in a crock pot, which I think the contestants were not too thrilled with. But we pulled it off, and it was a great start. And again, it brought the credit unions and our employees together. Over the years, we got a little smarter. We got a grill. We were able to grill our hot dogs. But for many years, we did it as an in-person event at our Middletown office. Unfortunately, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, it was really out of necessity that we had to switch the contest to a virtual event. Mm-hmm. And we found that format was actually more successful for us. We were able to include more of our credit union community across the country. So more credit unions were able to engage as sponsors and contestants. And with just jumping on a Zoom meeting in an afternoon, it makes it easy for anyone to participate from anywhere. So to date, we've raised almost $60,000 through the event, and we're hoping for a record-breaking fundraising year again this year.
All right. Well, I hope you exceed your expectations this year as well, Erin. So Erika, what has your experience been in partnering with Vizo Financial and so many other credit union supporters on the hot dog eating contest?
Yeah, the main word that comes to mind is fun. It has been a blast, and it has been so cool to see this event morph over the years and just continue being more and more successful in terms of fundraising. But I think that one of the things that I love most about this contest is that it really is such a unique example of having fun to fundraise for kids. It really puts that concept of if you're having a good time, the fundraising will kind of just come naturally. I think it's such a great example of that, whether it's been in person or virtual. And it is a well-oiled machine. Erin and her team do such a great job coordinating all of the details for the event. There's never any stone left unturned. It's a great experience for the Miracle family that joins us every year. They make the families, as Gannon and Jen can share, they make the families feel so special, again, whether it was in person or virtual. And it's just a ton of fun all around every year. And so proud of the fundraising results over the years. I mean, 11 years is a long time to have any event running and to continue to see success and growth. And Vizo Financial and Erin and the team have done that. And I'm excited for another really good year.
All right. How are the funds raised in the contest utilized by CMN Hospitals at Penn State Health Children's Hospital?
Yeah, that's a great question. So our program raises about $4.5 million for the Children's Hospital every year, so annually. And a huge chunk of that comes from the national partners that we work with. And a lot of our credit union partners like Vizo Financial fall into that pot as well. And we use that fundraising for kind of four main buckets of fundraising at the hospital. So we provide funding towards life-saving equipment, family-centered care programs, different research pilot projects, and then also financial assistance programs, which I'm sure hits close to the heart for all of our friends from credit unions, Vizo and around the area. So the needs change a little bit every year, but I think that's one of the best parts about working so closely with the team at the hospital is that there's a lot of communication all year long about where those needs are and how the funding can be utilized most effectively. And those pieces of equipment, like Jen and Gannon might share. Gannon, one of his first car rides was in a pediatric ambulance that CMN funding helped to purchase way back in the day. So we still do that. But Gannon, he's I can't even believe how old he is now. I remember him when he was so very small, and he's not so small anymore. So, but it's examples like that, those pieces of truly life-saving equipment that we are able to purchase and provide for families at the Children's Hospital that in many cases would not be available with the sort of baseline fundraising that the hospital receives. So can't say thank you enough. Truly, it's truly life-saving and gives kids like Gannon the gift of growing up.
Yeah. All right. So, let's talk to our miracle family, Gannon and Jennifer. You attended the hot dog eating contest last year in 2023 and were champions to build excitement and encourage more donations from the participants that day. What are your impressions of the hot dog eating contest? And what would you say to people listening today who are thinking about getting involved either as contestants, sponsors, or individual donors?
We had a huge ball. I know he did. If you participated last year in the hot dog eating contest, you saw him cheering and cheering on every single contest. Like he was having like I said, a ball. It means a lot to our family that people are going out raising money to get the equipment that he used when he was in the hospital, not just the the neonatal incubator that the right on it had CMN sponsored by purchased by CMN, Hershey Hospital. It also helped when he broke his leg 2 years ago. We were given, it's called an easy vest. So he could be transported by our own personal vehicle. It's like where people would parachute out of airplanes. It's like that vest that was donated from the, the donations that was raised just like by the hot dog eating contest, for him, because how else were we going to bring him home besides, an ambulance? And he's petrified of them still to this day. Because of all his first ride was, in, the pediatric ambulance. And when he sees one, I mean, he knows that it saved his life, but he has bad experiences from that. And the child life at Penn State Children's Hospital is able to ease his fears, to use the donations raised to help kids like him. That's how he got his start. It with his love of art because of the child life. I mean, I just talked to his teachers actually today. So, I mean, he's going to be able to skip grades in art class and in, ELA because he's technically a fourth grader, but he's at a seventh grade level. I mean, as you can see, I mean, he is very good. And, if it wasn't for, I can't say it enough, the donations that everybody in the hot dog eating contest raised, I will say this, he wouldn't be here today because of the life-saving equipment that has been raised, the money has been raised, he wouldn't be here. I mean, he truly wouldn't be. I mean, I don't know how else to drive the point home that we truly appreciate each and every person that does this. And if more people would do this, even better. I mean, they're giving kids the gift of growing up, and, you know, it's priceless. It truly is.
Wow. Well, and I'm going to ask you to kind of go on a little farther. So, all proceeds go to the Penn State Children's Hospital in Hershey. And you've already shared some things, but what has your experience been with Penn State Health Children's Hospital? And how has CMN Hospitals then been part of your story?
Um, they've been a huge part. I mean, we started going to Penn State Children's Hospital when I was still pregnant with Gannon and his twin. He is, not a lot of people know it, but he is technically a twin. And we went for a consult while I was still pregnant with him. And, just discuss our options of what was going to happen when he was born. I mean, they were there since day one of that whole process. I mean, he was born 12 weeks early at 28 weeks pregnant, but technically he was smaller than a 28-weeker because he was born at 13 ounces, which is an unopened soda can. So they were supportive. They not only for our pregnancy and him coming into, the world, but they were there for my husband and I. I mean, they provided meal vouchers. I mean, it may sound just something small, but we didn't have to worry about, gas money. We didn't have to worry about how we were going to afford the gas back and forth, or even how I was going to afford a meal while I was there. They took care of all of that. I mean, when he was about 2.5, 3 years old, he was rushed into the trauma bay in the ER at Penn State Children's Hospital because he had a 22-minute long seizure. And, while the doctors were working on him, we had a staff just for us, caring for us, as a parent, because this is a whole new world that we didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, I was able to stay overnight with him because of the rooms that they have, and be able to be there to help take care of him and help the doctors, fight for him and everything else. So, they are a huge part, and they will always be a huge part of our family.
Yeah.
They're always there. It's right in our backyard. We don't have to go to Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. It's a less than a 30-minute drive. So that is key, because you want a children's hospital that is right in your backyard to be there for you and your kids. So
Well, Jennifer, thank you. Thank you for sharing your story and how CMN has touched you and your family and supported you all these years. So thank you for that. Erin, what are the goals for this year's hot dog eating contest, and how can credit unions get involved to make this year's a memorable one?
Yeah, so Before I answer your question, Jamie, Jennifer, I just want to say thank you for sharing that, because I think especially those really like personal aspects about, gas money, spending the night with your child, the support that you had from the staff there, not just the medical support that Gannon needed, but the support that the family needed. I think those kinds of things are sometimes overlooked by people who don't really understand everything that a family goes through when their child needs care at a hospital like this. So thank you for sharing that with us and your experience. So our goals for this year are to secure at least 30 credit union sponsors and raise $15,000. So I'm throwing it out there to all the listeners today that please engage with the event and sign up to sponsor today. We have a new sponsorship level this year. It's called the Ultimate Dog, and there are some really special sponsorship benefits that come with that. And we also welcome any credit union employee to be a contestant. So we do offer 3 prizes. So if the thought of eating a large amount of hot dogs is intimidating to you, there are other ways to win that prize money. We give a top dog prize to the person that eats the most hot dogs in 5 minutes. Then we give a hot diggity dog prize to the person with the most interesting Zoom presence. So if you have an interesting background or you want to wear an outfit or a special hat, we welcome that. And our viewers will vote for our hot diggity dog prize winner. And then we also give a prize for the Rollin' in the Dough winner, which is the contestant that raises the most money for CMN Hospitals throughout, in the weeks leading up to the contest and then, by the end of the contest. So some various ways to get involved and make it a memorable year.
All right. Well, Erin, where can people go to learn more about the event and make a donation or sign up as a sponsor or a contestant?
Yeah, so you can learn more and sign up at our website, which is vfccu.org. I trust that Jaime will post that link with this episode information. Check out the hot dog eating contest under the education tab and then events. And then we also have the event website with CMN set up now where we can collect online donations. And so we'll make sure to share those links so that you can get involved in all sorts of ways.
All right. Thank you, Erin. So Erika, Jennifer, Gannon, any final thoughts or words of encouragement for our listeners?
I will let Gannon have the final word, but I just want to say thank you on behalf of the CMN team and Penn State Health Children's Hospital. I heard one of my other CMN colleagues today on another call say a really impactful thing that I wanted to share with all of you, and that our children's hospitals, these CMN hospitals in our network, they treat the mind, body, and spirit of the kids that are in the hospitals, the family members that are there with them going through the journey. And I think, if our friends at Vizo and other credit unions can just remember, you may just be eating hot dogs, but you're having fun while doing it, and you're raising some really vital, critically life-saving funds that are not just helping heal the bodies of these patients, but mind, body, spirit, and really making children's hospitals as least scary as they can be. And that really is a priceless way to help your community. So Gannon, do you have anything else you'd like to share with our credit union friends?
Giving me the gift of growing up.
You got it, buddy. Gift of growing up in action. That's what we say that Gannon is, for sure. But yeah, thank you all for everything that you do, and keep having fun. It works.
All right. Show us this picture, Gannon. What do you have there? All right. Nicely done. That is a great drawing of SpongeBob.
And I can be like Patrick.
I'm sorry, Patrick.
Oh,
wow.
This is another thing that he has done, with the help. And he made this book. He has written and illustrated it, and every book that he sells, he gives right back to Children's Miracle Network. So he's helping kids for himself. Like, he's kids helping kids, basically. Yeah. He's showing them not to be afraid. It is okay to, to cry and, reach out and have Child Life help you, even if it by drawing, music, anything. I mean, they are the best. So,
Wow.
but so.
Nicely done, Gannon. And Gannon, I hope to see you at the hot dog eating contest, hopefully. Fingers crossed you will be there, maybe make a special guest appearance. All right. So, well, thank you all so much for joining me today. And again, any credit union across the United States can sponsor this amazing event. Simply go to Vizo Financial's website at www.vfccu.org to learn more and sponsor today. This episode of Financial Minds Meet the Experts is brought to you by Interlutions. Vizo Financial has teamed up with Interlutions to give credit unions a chance to lower overall health costs while retaining and improving coverage for their employees. Thus, through this partnership, your credit union can create customized healthcare plans that will not only benefit your employees, but also your budget. You can find more information about iCare employee benefits on the additional services page at www.vfccu.org. As always, thanks for listening and make it a great day.